Hi everyone, Lensman Oz here, and welcome to another episode of Worldly Galaxies. Say hello, kids.
Hi. Hello.
Manx is here, but he still has no headset. There we go. Hi from Manx. So let's see. This is episode. What did I say it was?
19.
20. Episode 20. I did have my folder open with all my videos in it on my screen, and it's gone. Right. So episode 20. We have a lot to hand in. I've been fairly busy in between episodes. Not in this area. I did get rid of a few people while I was making stuff, but I've made a ton of other stuff here. And one thing I guess I should say is, you may see my fancy wings. I have an angel ring, and I have the angel ring not through crafting it, but I did make a top tier Project E item, the Tome of Knowledge. Now this costs an absolute bucket to make. You can see there 50 million EMC for the actual item. To craft it you need 2 Klein Star Omegas, and luckily in this one they don't actually need to have an EMC in them, otherwise it would be even more expensive. But so it costs you 50 million EMC to make it, and then just some of these covalence dust, or however you want to say it, and a book. And when you get the Tome of Knowledge, what you do is you pretty much throw it away. You put it into the transmutation tablet, and it teaches every item in the pack, every item in your game that has an EMC value is now taught to your table. So you can see here the stuff that I haven't made, the red guitar and the morning star and this imbued sword, and anything that has an EMC value is now obtainable in the table just by dumping in lots of EMC. So here's some emeralds that I picked up floating around our farm. Dump them in. Got 11 million EMC sitting in my table. Now this only works for me because your learnings of your tables are by person, so the other kids don't have access to this. But I'm a nice dad, and I'm going to give them all rings of flight, so they don't need to keep changing into a bat. So if you kids want to come over here, I'll make them up for you.
Okay.
I'm over near the AE system, so let's have a look here. All I got to do is type in ring here. Now Dragon wants the ones that I'm wearing, and that's fine. So I'm going to make golden wings, feathery wings, fairy wings, and I'm going to give Dragon the ones I'm wearing. So who's in front of me at the moment? Who's that? That's Manx. So Manx, you wanted feathery, didn't you? Quick, first one. Oh, I've got a magnet ring at the moment, so that's probably not helping. Dragon, feathery, go. Did you get it? Yes? Okay, Dragon, you want these ones. And fairy, Jamerella, you in front? There you go, fairy rings for you. I'll wear the golden wings. And did you get it? I'll put my magnet back on. So this is a Borbalicious magnet. It's a pretty cheap item. Again, I got it through the EMC method, but let's have a look here. Compass, a little bit of lag. I've had a bit of an issue with my video card in that it won't do the recording properly at the moment. So I've got to do some work behind the scenes. A couple of iron ingots, a ring. Ring is just some gold nuggets and some iron. That's pretty cheap. And what's this one here? Oh look, it's a fairly cheap item to make. That's just a basic ring. So I should now have golden wings. Excellent. And I don't need to turn into a bat. So this being the case, I'm actually wearing top tier Project E helmet, chest plate, leggings, but not the boots yet. I need 28 million EMC to get the boots. So that's something that I'm working towards at the moment. I have been going through the AE system and dumping out a bunch of stuff. We've got 100,000 osmium ingots. 100,000. I don't know whether I'll need 100,000 osmium ingots. Downside, the blocks don't have EMC. So osmium blocks do not have an EMC, but the ingots do. So that's cool. Let's see. There we go, I can fly again. So I've just been going around and I set up a little chest back here, just a basic thing with an export bus on it. The export bus, if I can just open up here, has 4 acceleration cards. And all I've been doing is just throwing in an item that I have too much of. And it dumps in here and turns it into dark matter. So if I really wanted to, I could probably, as I said, we got 100,000. Do we really need 100,000? I have been dumping clay in because we've got lots and lots of clay. But let's have a look here. So osmium's cool because it's got 512 EMC. So if I do this, that's starting to dump osmium in there, and we can open this up. And when it actually kicks off, osmium. There we go. You can see it's slowly going down. 107, 107.1. So it's going down, and we should be getting lovely Project E dark matter in here. I think this is part of the server being a little bit derpy today in terms of lag. Again, may need to do a reboot. I did have a couple of crashes last night while I was trying to use my machine, and I think that's carrying over into this episode. So, yeah, that's making dark matter. I mean, I could make it probably quicker by opening it up and just pulling osmium out like this. So there's, 32,000 EMC per stack. So there's a few more dark matter. But yeah, I need the 28 million in order to get the full set of boots, or the full set of gem armor. The only one that doesn't have an EMC value is actually the chest plate, which is a bit of a bummer. And that's mainly because the chest plate is made from this body stone. So everything else in there has an EMC value except this body stone, which again, that's fairly cheap. And that's probably because the sugar doesn't have an EMC value. It's just the way it works. If it did, then this would have an EMC because it just adds them all together, I believe. That's cool. So I've got this armor, and eventually we'll make enough EMC that everyone can have a set. But for the meantime, it's all mine. But it is a quest. So let's open our quest book here. I have 27 quests with unclaimed rewards. So we'll start with the project overpowered ones. Now, there is a little bit of a bug with the way these are set up, and it seems to go 1, 2, 3, 6, and then you can't complete these 2 until this one's done. So I have made all of them, because you need to make each time you go up a tier of Klein Star, it's 4 of the previous one. So I have up to Omega. I think I'm running just a dry at the moment, just because. So I did get up to Omega because I needed the 2 of them to go into that book. So these are all done, and honestly, the rewards it gives me aren't fantastic. Just some more chance cubes. But the next one I was working towards is this one here. So all I need now is the gem boots. Gem armor is the most OP non-blood magic set of armor in this entire mod pack. Gives you night vision, speed, and lots of other helpful buffs. Not a big fan of the gravity greaves, because when you hold down shift to go down a little bit while you're flying, it like rockets you to the floor. So it's a little bit more difficult to be of controlling your flight, but the armor ability of it is fantastic. So, alright, let's go in here and I'm going to dump off these chance cubes. Oops. That osmium is now down to 75,000. We'll turn it off for the moment while I'm doing other stuff. All right. So that's the Project E ones. There's still 24 quests to hand in. Now I did say to you guys that I was going to be doing some quests off camera. I've done all of the Mine Factory Reloaded quests. All of them. Every single one that was required here. And some of these required more than one machine. So this was just a planter. That's fine. We'll claim that. This was a rancher. All of these, by the way, are in here. So all the items I had to make are in that chest. So fertilizer, veterinary station, and really all of the recipes are fairly simple. A lot of them had EMC values, so once I'd made them, you know, like machine frames, I just grabbed a stack of machine frames. It wasn't, you know, grabbed a stack of redstone reception cores, a stack of iron, and just threw it in the AE system. I'll probably end up burning a lot of these back into the table, but it doesn't really matter because the table knows how to make them now. So honestly, I could just go in here and go, I want a veterinary station. And there it is there. So let's go through and handle these in. Block breaker, sludge boiler, and I may set these up. So auto enchanter, auto anvil, auto disenchanter, a grinder, a breeder, 2 deep storage units, composter, whoops, 4 sewers, because when you make it, it's a set of 4. A steam boiler. Steam boiler was starting to become a little bit of an issue. So reinforced portal tanks here, sludge boiler. Again, not a huge pain, but still having to make a sludge boiler to make this because I didn't want to make something and then use it in the next one up. So I actually did make a second sludge boiler, and there's a steam boiler there, and there's the sludge boiler there. That's cool. Anyway, claimed steam boiler, auto spawner, liquid crafter, lava fabricator. So that just makes lava from power. Auto brewer. So the biofuel reactor. So 4 of them and 8 biofuel generators. You can make fuel from like crops. A slaughterhouse, meat packers, 4 of them, and a steam turbine. Cool. Whole bunch of stuff added to hand it in, and I got 21 chance cubes as a reward. So kids, you're all going to get like 21 odd chance cubes. I wonder how many's in the AE system now.
Already got them.
There's 37 in the AE system. Whoever wants to go and try their luck. Plus, there's a whole bunch of chance cubes over near Rick. So if you're really bored, you can go and break all the ones that are floating in midair where the quarry was. Okay, so other than doing the Mine Factory loaded ones, which, as I said, I've done all of those quests, I started working on the Galacticraft quests. So we've got the refinery one. We have circuit fabricator, compressor, and electric compressor. So these are all fairly straightforward. They do need the compressed steel, copper, tin, etc., and that's all made using a compressor. So I made this one here. So this required a standard compressor to hand in. So I made that, and you need to make the standard compressor before you can make the electric compressor. Because you need all the compressed steel to make the electric one, but the regular one does not require it. It does require the circuit maker, the circuit fabricator. But again, these are all fairly simple items to make. So I made all them, and then I started making a bunch of oxygen, so air gear for when you're up in the in space. So we needed to make 2 medium oxygen tanks, oxygen mask, and oxygen gear, and then we needed collector, compressor, decompressor, sealer, detector, and 12 oxygen pipes. So all over, you know, fairly painstaking, really. I've made a NASA workbench, and I was working on making the rockets and fuel loader. So fuel loader is just some compressed steel, some compressed aluminium, and tin canister. So we may even, I wonder. I wonder. I don't think it will be in here because there'll be items in it that doesn't have EMC. So if we go fuel loader, and I do this, yep, we can make that. So there's the fuel loader. We'll add that. I've got this obsidian chest here. That's where I was putting all my Galacticraft stuff. So you can see the compressor and the rocket launch pad, the NASA workbench. All that stuff is sitting in here. Wrong thing. So all I need to do now is make the tier 1 rocket. The tier 1 rocket requires a bunch of heavy duty plate, and it requires these rocket fins and rocket engine and nose cone. So these are all stuff I'm going to need to make. I'm going to need to make a bunch of this heavy duty plate. So I do need to push some of this bronze through the device. I need to push a bunch of other stuff. A lot of other metals into the compressor to get the plates out. So we're just having a bit of a processor issue, which is causing some lag with the server. Hopefully that should fix it. Yeah, definitely need to do a reboot soon. Not something I generally do on my computer. It's one of those ones that just stays running all the time. What else did I do? I made a wireless charger. And the reason I made the wireless charger is because I made a FluiVac. So we'll start with wireless charger. Wireless charger requires some stuff from a slice and splice. So I made a slice and splice as well, and put a little hopper on the side and threw some of the items in. Pretty much this is set up at the moment to make the ender heads, whatever they're called. What are they? Oop, spelling. So if I take one of these Enderman heads, let's take him over here. So if I throw him in there, gave him an octadic capacitor here. Ender resonator, that's what it's called. So made an ender resonator for the wireless charger. It's a fairly straightforward device. Just some electrical steel, an octadic capacitor, and an ender resonator. This stuff all has EMC, the ender resonator does not. So throw another ender resonator in here. Sure, it'll come in handy at some point. Let's see. So what I did was I made a FluiVac, and the reason I made this is because I mentioned it in the last episode about making fuel. So we've got the Galacticraft fuel system, which turns oil into fuel. So what I was going to do was get some oil, and I was considering setting up a system similar to if you watch Direwolf 20, he's doing a retro series at the moment where he's using EMC to create buckets of oil and then pump it into the system to convert it to fuel. It's Buildcraft fuel in that case, but same sort of system could have worked here. But I think what I'm going to do, I know I had it here somewhere. Where did I put that fuel? That's the loader. Where's the creator? Where have I hidden that? Is it in this? Mob grinder. Build a block. No, that's my quarry. What about in here? Nope. Let's go and look in the AE system. No, it's not in there either. Where have I put it? Where have I put it? I know I made it. Let's make a fabricator. Maybe I'll have to make another one. It'll turn up. As soon as I make another one, it'll turn up. But it's in neither of my bags, which is odd. Okay, so we're going to need, is it fuel? Or is it called something else? It's the loader. What's it called? Let's go back. Refining fuel, this thing here. Refinery. Of course it's not going to show up if I type fuel, is it? You're all there laughing at me going, yep, well done, Lensman. So let's take the refinery. I don't really want to put him on top of that. Want some power here somewhere. Right, does he need power in? He needs power through the top, doesn't he? I think I found that in my my other series. Where can I put this? It's getting a little messy back here. Let's get some ender energy conduits. Get a stack of them. Just, you know, pull them out of nowhere. We'll bring this up and across. We'll put him like that. So he's got power. So we've got an in and an out. So I've got these 2 buckets here of crude oil. One is a full 512 buckets. The other is 362. I got that from the quarry using the Fluivac. So this is a pretty cool little device. It will basically suck up any fluid in world and put it into a tank or receptacle that is in your inventory. So in the case of this, I've made some resonant portable tanks. Again, thank you to the transmutation tablet. And I went over to the quarry and just started trying to clean up some of the mess. Like I've got 507 buckets of water here that I really just don't need. I may end up just voiding this tank. But the quarry area is a lot cleaner and tidier. And I guess less lag is being generated over there. Got some lava. Got what 192 buckets of lava. But I got, you know, like the and 105 buckets of sludge. So there's 874 buckets of crude oil. So using our tablet, what else we got? Can I do? They're the top tier, aren't they? Ender fluid conduits. If I put one there, and then get this tank. Okay, whoop, come back here. So I made a resonant flux capacitor here to keep the Fluivac charged while I was using it. And it obviously holds 20 million RF. This holds 80,000 RF. So let's just fix this up in and out. If I just hit that, will that work? Yes, it will. So this is now creating fuel from the oil coming out of this tank. And what I can do is take this other tank of oil, lop it on top, and it should drain out. Awesome. And then we'll take another fluid conduit. I wonder if I can pump it straight inside of one of those tanks. Let's grab another one. What do we got? Poor resonant. Resonant. Can I help you, Dragon? Have you made something?
No.
Man. So there's another 13,000 EMC.
Well, I have been doing something, but you're not reacting to it.
You're putting signs everywhere saying moppity, moppity, moppity because reasons?
Yep.
You kids are strange.
Yep. I'm down to my last 2.
Don't make me rickroll you again.
This is revenge for the Rickroll. I've also hidden the sign. You have to find all the signs.
Alright, so what do we got? think. Yeah, there we go. There's some fuel going into the tank now. So again, this bucket holds tons. So we got fuel happening. That should keep us going. That'll take a long time, but that'll just slowly refine through using a bit of power and create fuel. So there's our Galactic Craft fuel system. Again, 800 buckets of oil should be more than enough for the moment. And the same with this sludge. I may end up getting the, where is it, sludge boiler? Sludge boiler out of here just for giggles and running it through. But yeah, Fluivac, definitely a nice little item. So I mean, I can give you a demo pretty much. Let's weak, up we go. So I can pump water out of it anyway, so I can just go out here and let's just find. We'll just take a block from here. Right click and it'll soak the water up and put it in the tank. So we've got 508, 509. Yep. If you're quick enough, you can pick up water source blocks and clean up quarry. Like, for example, if you've got a big patch there, obviously infinite water rules apply. So if you leave it for long enough, it will create more water again. But I do believe you can reverse these too. So it says into or out of compatible containers. It says here push C to use. Now I'm not sure if you need to have the tank that you want to pump out next to it, but again, it's entirely possible to have, you know, for example, 500 buckets worth of water in your inventory and then just walk around and place it where you need it. How's this going? So I have some lava here which I was going to put in this tank at some point. I'll just put it in here. These leggings definitely do drop me too quick. So you got a sign on here, you got one inside, you changed the Rick Astley wording inside the smelter to a new one. What else have you done? There's one over here. There's one on the fence. There's a couple near my AE system. Kids are crazy. Very crazy.
How?
Yeah, just you're crazy. Right. Another thing I did in between episodes was here I've set up the farm to auto extract the items out because what we were getting is a massive overabundance of, I think, earth seeds. So these really don't need to be in here. They can go in there. Because I think, what have we got now? We've got 619 earth seeds and 919 mundus, but we've only got 9 water seeds and 11 blue and da-da-da. So these obviously are these are all the same mod. It's an alchemy one. Nope. Alchemy Craft 2, there it is. So I do want to get more of these done so we can get into a bit of Alchemy Craft because I've never played with that. It looks pretty cool though. But yeah, got some drawers, thrown them out here. This will automatically extract, put them in the drawers. And then Manx can continue on with his magical crops like he's been doing. He's got some fire crops going at the moment. And some mini Chio crops. I believe he's working towards earth ones, is that right, mate? I think he's working towards earth crops. Anyway. So let's just have a look in the book. I think that may be everything I've done, and I'm pretty much at the wrapping up point now. Yep. How are you going with those earth crops? Are you getting there somewhere close? So between this episode and the next one, I'm going to make the rocket. Get some more items and make a rocket up. I don't think there's any more to hand in at the moment. Manx is working on, where is it? Is it in here?
Excuse me?
Yes.
Do you know if you can get a normal raw fish off your transmutation circle?
A normal raw fish. Fish. Oop. Spellings for people who know how to spell. Yep. How many do you want?
1.
Have a stack. 1 stack. Oh, my magnet.
Just give me one.
Ah. my
Just
magnet.
give me one.
My magnet is too powerful for you. There you go. Have that. Have a stack. I don't want any more. Yeah. So this tablet's definitely making things a little easier. And one of the things about it, you can look here. You've got the Avarita on the dire crafting table, which is 3.5 million EMC. I can just click this button and make one. So yeah, working towards the gem boots. As I said, need 28 million. Ooh, engagement rings. I can create them in this.
Don't use them on anybody.
So yeah, we got all sorts of stuff that's in this mod. I can make all the pets. So we'll type in pet.
No cheating the pets.
You're making. Oh, I can make a wither pet. Lifesteal. There's a banana pet. Snow golem pet. Gas pet. Sonar ping to find ores.
There's a custom pet.
Yeah, I don't know how the custom one works. Blaze. Sponge. Ocelot. So these are all the stuff that the dragon's going through at the moment. A house pet. Oh, you can teleport home. That's pretty cool. A brewing stand pet. Wow. So lots of stuff that really you're crazy. Yeah, we've got tons of stuff still left to do. Oh, someone's made a pet. You've made the squid pet.
Yes.
You got me a chance cube. Pig pet is next.
Yep.
Free bacon sounds good.
Yep.
So I know we haven't achieved too much in this episode, but I did achieve a bunch off camera. As I've said, you know, I've now got access to pretty much everything through the transmutation table.
I'd like an April Fool pet.
I don't know if I can do that one. Let's try. No. Not possible. It's not April. So yeah, I'll continue with some more Galacticraft. We'll get an area set up to launch a rocket to the moon, perhaps, because we do need to get a ton of moon rock for one of our quests. I don't really want to spend too much time up there, although this pack does have extra planets. We've got Jupiter and Mercury and all sorts of stuff. So I'm not sure if these are capable of getting to Pluto. I don't know if... Oh look, there's another galaxy. So this does have the ability to get to other planets. So that's be something different that I've never done before. I've never been to this, never been over here. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Please leave your comments in the section below. And I hope you're all coming back and join us in the next episode. Manx is going to continue working on seeds. Whoop, a new galaxy. Yes, buddy, there is a new galaxy in this one. So once we get to space and we start leveling up, we'll have to fight the moon boss and a few other bits and pieces. Found another sign dragon behind the agrocraft stuff.
Yep.
Yep. So, as I was saying, leave your comments. Thanks for watching. Say goodbye, kids.
Bye.
And we'll see you next time. Bye.